again. As you can see, it is Q&A time. So last time I tried to make a Q&A, unfortunately I lost the footage on my iMovie. Yay, fun. So here I am again. It's a good makeup day. I just finished classes and it's time to answer some of your questions. So let's start. I wrote them all in my notebook, so I'll just read out. And yeah, the first question is, how is the food? Have you had any chicken paprika? The food is good. It is a lot more fresh and healthier, and I'm eating a lot more veggies than I usually do. I have not had chicken paprika yet, but maybe I'll try that out, and maybe that will be my November goal. I'm thinking of also filming that eventually. The next question is, how often do you speak Hungarian? Is there a lot of English in the country? To start with the second part of that question, no, there isn't a lot of English. It's mostly charades and some English words if they know it. In my day-to-day life, because I study in English, I don't have to use Hungarian, but when I go to the grocery store or if I go to the market, I tend to use a couple words I do know in Hungarian. It is quite challenging. I don't know what they're saying half the time, but charades mostly works with them. Are Hungarians obsessed with paprika? Yes. They have a lot of museums dedicated to it. Honestly, paprika is literally translated in English to pepper, so it's like any other country. They are very proud exports. I would say like the best equivalent is like, are Canadians obsessed with maple syrup? If you can answer that, then you have your answer. What are the biggest differences between Canada and Hungary? Well, I would give two main differences. The first one is that the Hungarians are mostly one ethnicity and one ethnicity only. 90% of Hungarians that live in Hungary are Magyar, so they are originally from here and they have lived here for generations on end. The second thing between Canadians and Hungarians is that Hungarians are super proud of their country. They will constantly talk to you about their country, and they are incredibly proud of not only their heritage but also their history, at least the parts where they're not invaded by other countries. To the point that like most of them won't speak anything but Hungarian. Even if they know you can't speak Hungarian, they'll just assume that if they speak louder, you'll understand them. What is the strangest cultural difference? The strangest cultural difference is probably the speaking thing. I haven't been to Budapest yet, but living here, the fact that Hungarians refuse to use English, even the young ones, like if they don't have to speak English, they won't. And they only speak Hungarian. Most of them have to learn a second language but barely use it. In the school observations, they do speak a bit of English, but they mostly talk in Hungarian. If they don't have to talk in English, they'll talk in Hungarian. What do you miss the most about Canada? I think the sky is definitely the one thing I miss the most. As much as there are beautiful sunsets here and sunrises, nothing beats the prairie sky. Nothing beats the prairie sky. And I also mostly miss greasy food and like a good burger. I can't wait to find one again. Yeah. Are there international restaurants everywhere like there is in Canada? No, I wouldn't say so. Like, we've gone to an Indian place this week. I didn't vlog it, but there are some international places, but they're not very international, to say the least. I think the most common international restaurant you'll find is Italian, but I think that's everywhere in Europe or in the world, or at least in the western part of the world. They, like other places, they don't really go out. Hardest or weirdest thing to adjust to? Probably the language barrier thing. I was kind of hoping some of them would speak more, and that's really the hardest thing to adjust to. Also hearing bells, though I've gotten pretty good at tuning them out or filming them when I have it. So yeah. What are your favorite things about Hungary? Their coffee's really good. The beer's pretty decent. I think the lifestyle in general is very relaxed and just enjoying your life a lot more, and I really like that part. What is the most useful Hungarian phrase until now that you've used? Probably Jó napot kívánok, which means good day. It's very polite and almost mandatory to say it once you get into a store. The other thing is köszönöm, which means thank you. And then igen, yes, nem, no. Éleg, köszönöm, éleg, thank you, enough. Yeah, just very basic sentences. I don't remember how to say can't speak Hungarian, but pretty useless anyways, because they just speak more Hungarian with you. What is your favorite solfa syllable? What are things you're currently doing to help yourself succeed in life? As some of you have probably seen, I made a reflections vlog of my first month living abroad. That really helped to make concrete goals every month. I'm trying to be a bit more adventurous. I think that will be one of my goals next month, is to be more social and more out there and just appreciate a lot more, because currently I'm focusing a lot on school, and as much as that is the main reason why I'm here, it is a good idea to go and enjoy myself a bit more. What are some positive things about the people around you? They are very nice, and almost all the students are so humble and they're so nice to everyone, and we're all here to learn. And the fact that like when someone is sick or someone is looking down, like they'll go check on them, and it's a very supporting community where comparing each other is not as prone in other programs. Like, we're all trying to do our best here, and that's what's the most important part, so I really enjoy that. What are some of the weirdest and greatest moments with a bunch of international students? Probably different sayings is the funniest thing, because they'll say really weird idioms. I have a hard enough time with idioms in Canada, so when my Irish roommate says, oh, that's gas, I'm like, I don't know what that means. I think that means good. Yeah, idioms. Another thing is most people come from a country where English is not their native language, so they'll often forget an English word here or there, and it's really funny to see like people together struggling to find that word. They're like, yes, I know what you mean, but I don't know what it is in English. How old is the school? The school is from 1975, so I believe it's 45 years old. I don't want to give you an origin story yet. If you go down below, I will put a link to a documentary about the actual institute. You can check it out if you're interested. It's about 40 minutes long, I believe, maybe an hour. And you can go check it out. Though if you're interested in like some basic tour of, well, I can't give you a tour of the institute, but some basic information, let me know. Private message me or put a comment down below. So, light is escaping me. I will have to hurry. Who edits your videos? Me, myself, and I. Is there any benefit to doing the program you're currently doing in Hungary instead of Canada? Yes, this program doesn't exist in Canada. There is no specific music education concentration in the Kodály philosophy in Canada. This is the best equivalent to like a title I would give is a BMUS in music education with a concentration on the Kodály philosophy. As much as it is beneficial to study within your own country, traveling abroad to the native country of the type of music you're studying or the type of philosophy you're studying, I think is more beneficial, because you get to not only see the culture that the person itself grew up in, you also get to be instructed by people that have also gone through the system and the program itself. And if it's not for the program, the Kodály Institute does have some of the best professors and lecturers in the world. These are world-renowned educators that have gone to the most prestigious school in Hungary. So they are priceless. It's incredible. Will there be an anticipated change in how you look at or approach music in Canada? I don't think that my personal point of view on music will change, but I think until now, after almost 2 months of being here, I am learning to re-love music all over again, and I am enjoying studying a lot more than I did when I was in Canada. As much as I loved my program and I loved my professors and the friends I have made, I wouldn't change it for the world for being here. So rediscovering my love for music is definitely going to make me a better musician and a better conductor in the future. Is there any gain from the pain of homesickness or settling into a new home? I think because I have moved so many times in the past 5 years, I have moved almost every year to a new place, a new bed. It doesn't really feel that different to me. I do miss some of the cultural things in Canada, and I miss the food, and I miss the sky and all that, but the only difference I would say really is that I'm walking to places, it's smaller, it's just another place. So I feel like I've adapted pretty well. I am more settling into these internal issues of like wanting to be more social but still wanting to have that time for myself for mental health. So I think I've adapted pretty well. And the sun is fleeting, so that is all for my Q&A. I hope this lighting still works. Let's hope it didn't go too bad. And thank you so much. If there's any other questions you have, please message me, put a comment below. I will put some links for the Kodály Institute documentary, and I will see you soon. Bye! Check if you're filming. Yes, you are. Okay. I don't know what to say. Natural by, I don't know the word. Use this. Oof. So, no, not really. I like their bread. I have tasted meat. So, yeah.